Hey, what's up, guys? It's Flo Frazier.
Hey, and I'm Sonia Fee.
This is the Frazier House Podcast.
And this is the Halloween special. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. And as you know, Halloween is right around the corner. Tonight, we have a special Halloween episode for you guys, and we're going to be naming our top 5 Halloween songs,
top 5 Halloween video games,
and our top 5 Halloween movies.
Nice.
So I'm actually going to start off with my favorite top 5 Halloween songs. But let me just start off with number 1, all-time favorite. Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Of course. How could that not be your number one? You know what I mean? I think that's like the best one ever, right?
I mean, from the choreography to the costumes to the detailed makeup. Oh my God, the song itself. Yeah. I mean, nothing beats that song. I mean, Michael Jackson, he just crushes it.
That's a pretty tough one. I think from my first Halloween song, I think I'll go with Kanye West Monster. Yeah. I think that's a really dark song that can create a dark element during Halloween.
That's
time.
Very dark. I didn't think anything could really one up Thriller, but
I think it's really close. Let me ask you this: what's your second Halloween song?
My second favorite Halloween song actually is Disturbia by Rihanna.
Really?
Yes.
You know what's funny? Like
from the video to the song to the cadence, it's a dark song.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Disturbed.
I can agree with that. Let me see. Number two for me would be and this is one of my favorite songs. Okay. I didn't consider it a Halloween song until like a few days ago. It would have to be Kid Cudi, Mr. Rager. And the reason I'm choosing Mr. Rager is because that video was so dark when I saw it. Like I heard the song and I'm like, oh, this shit is rocking, it's cool. But then I saw the video where it's pretty much a video of him killing himself. Right? Like he's going to fight someone and he ends up killing the person, but he ends up killing himself. So it's a really dark video, and I think that number 2 for me, Mr. Rager, definitely.
Awesome.
What's your number 3? What you got for number 3?
My number 3 might just be a number 2.
Really?
It's that scary.
Yeah.
Tupac, Hail Mary.
Oh, that should have been like a number 1.
It might actually give Thriller a run for his money.
Hail Mary, that's really
like scary.
One of
still scary to this day.
That's like one of the darkest songs ever. And that was what? Well, you said that was number 3
that
for you?
That was 3 for me.
I think number 3 for me, I'm going to have to go Highway to Hell from AC/DC.
Nice.
And it's funny because it's a little bit like a jolly song, but it's a very dark song. I mean, the guy's talking about he's on a highway to hell. It doesn't get any darker than that, you know what I mean? So that's my number 3. What's your number 4?
I'm going to say, just to get, back on the lighter side of things as well, I'm going to say Missy's Get Your Freak On.
Get Your Freak On.
I don't know.
Really?
Something about the beat and the Arabic drums.
Yeah. And
the sound effects and Missy's animated cues and ad-libs gives me, you have to hear it again, hear it back.
Right.
It gives me that creepy vibe. And,
I mean, I can see that though.
I can see the freak word being, played around with and turned around.
And it's like to something dark
and give it a darker meaning.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Not that I'm like envisioning that song the again,
echoes,
the video and everything again.
It's
like,
creepy. Yeah, promise you. Listen to it again.
I can see it. For my number 4, I think I'm gonna go with My Chemical Romance, Black Parade.
Nice.
That it's funny because like the only reason I actually knew that song is because it would come on I think like VH1 around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when I was a kid. So I'll be up getting ready to go to school. Not getting ready to go to school, but I'll be up before it's time to go to school.
What hour?
I mean, this is
Don't
4
say
or 5
the devil's
o'clock.
hour. Oh my gosh.
I mean, this is 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, right?
Of course.
So and the song would come on VH1, and it was like, it's so dark. I mean, it's literally a black parade. You know what I mean? And it's the meaning of the song is not that dark, but visually, it was like literally everyone is in black parading, and it's like a scary type of screaming that he does in the record that makes it so dark. So Black Parade will be my number 4th song.
Okay.
Now, what is your number 5 song? What you got?
It's kind of torn between 2 songs. But
I mean, you can pick them. You can say them both if you want. Well, you can have a bonus.
I'm gonna throw in that bonus, but my number 5 song, Beyonce, "Sweet Dreams."
Sweet Dreams.
Listen to it again.
Why?
It's very dark, from her video to the fact that you're referring to "Sweet Dreams" really as a nightmare. To me, it's giving me that, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna come on here and sing, but Beyonce got that. Really? But the song is very, very dark. It's very dark.
Wow. Really?
I know it's a little off, but trust me, play it back. It's giving me dark.
Really? I mean, what do you guys think? Matter of fact, 'cause we're doing a lot of talking here. What do you guys think? Like, is "Sweet Dreams" from Beyonce a Halloween song?
Argue with your mom.
You know what I mean? Can you fit that into your Halloween category? You know what I mean? All right, for me, number 5 for me would be Dracula's Wedding by Outkast. And it's not a song that I was really knowledgeable of. I had to do my research for this one.
Okay.
But I had to throw some hip hop in here, man. I got My Chemical Romance and all this other stuff. So I'm like, let me throw my Outkast guys in here. So yeah, Dracula's Wedding for my number 5. You said you had a bonus though. Like, what's your bonus?
And it's Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me.
Oh my God, you stole my pick. That's cool though.
I did?
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
I was gonna.
I should have probably switched that out for Beyonce, "Sweet Dreams," but it's a dark song, guys.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what, too? Like, it's like one of those songs that, like, every year, I mean, no matter what time of the year, it's always playing, right? But like you said, it can be turned dark. Like, you can be at a Halloween party and that song come on. Like, sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me and people in there acting weird and shit. So I can see how that song works.
Sure.
Now I got to think of an extra bonus. I think for me, "Freaks Come Out at Night" by Houdini.
Oh, absolutely.
Freaks Come Out at Night.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? And that song has a different meaning from Halloween.
What it really means.
You know what I mean? But it can work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, that song could come on in a party and it's a weirdo crawling on the floor or something crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's our 5.
It's a play on words.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it works for every environment.
I'm telling
you know what I mean?
Just like that Missy song, "Get Your Freak On."
Yeah. I have to go back into that one. I have to go back into that one. I mean, but that's our 5. What do you guys? What is your 5 favorite Halloween song?
Leave a comment.
Comment, like, subscribe, please. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever the episode is on, so you can comment live. You know what I mean? But yeah, let us know what your favorite Halloween songs are. See if they match it with ours. You may have some songs that we may have forgotten. You know what I mean? But yeah, please put it in the comments. Let us know. You know what I mean?
So we're gonna be moving along.
Yeah. What do you want to go to next? Movies or video games?
Let's talk about the movies.
Okay. You want to start it? You want me to start it? What you think?
I mean, I'll just mention one of my favorite scary movies.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I'm not really the most avid scary movie person.
Yeah.
I am a punk. I really am scared, but I haven't really been as frightened as watching Final Destination with some of the movies that are out. I'm a type of realist when it comes to scary tactics and scary movies. If it's more than likely to happen in real life, those are the ones that really freak me out because it's actually possible to be, you know, a likelihood that it might happen versus, you know, monsters and green screen and, you know, don't get me wrong, the demons and the makeup and the aesthetics added to some of the demonics or demons in other movies are horribly scary. But Final Destination almost puts you in a place where this could happen to you. Right. And that's why, you know, I'll be up for a few nights. Final
Destination is good. I mean, that's a good one. I mean, it's a very like you said, it's because it's so close to reality. Like you said, it can happen to you. You can be in the kitchen boiling water, right?
Yeah.
And you know, the water boils over and spills on the floor, and you slip right there, and that boiling pot flips over and burns you. You know,
a knife tumbling over,
and flipping and all that.
Right. The domino effect of the freak accident
Yeah.
behind, you know, these supernatural happenings and freak accidents is what freaks me out.
Yeah. No, I'm with that. I'm with you on that. For me,
what's yours?
My first one would be The Conjuring. I mean, I'm a horror film lover. You know what I mean? I'm the kid who used to when I was 6, 7 years old, terrified of watching Freddy Krueger, right? And I'll watch it tonight. Terrified, won't even leave my bed, in fear, holding my pee until the morning because I'm so afraid to go into the bathroom. Right?
That's real.
And then the next day, I'm watching part 2 or part 3. So I'm that kid. But The Conjuring, I think for me was one of the most scariest films I've seen. Modern day, like that's like a few years ago, you know what I mean? And it actually freaked me out as a grown man. Like,
it still scares you to this day.
Still to this day, as a grown man going to the movie theater at that time, I haven't seen anything like that in a while. So it definitely like had the hair on my arms raising, like you know what I mean? To the point I came home and I'm laying in bed. And I'm like, I couldn't get the images from that film out of my head. Like I had to sleep with the light on. Don't tell anybody, but still, you know what I mean? But yeah, Conjuring.
It's a scary movie. No, I have you to thank for that.
You know,
watching it gave me the creeps. I didn't believe you, but I'm like, no, that's a scary, absolutely scary movie. Absolutely. I'm an avid believer now of how scary The Conjuring is. Right. Oh my God.
So what's your number 2? What's your number 2? That was one for the both.
My number 2 is gonna have to go to a throwback, Tales from the Hood. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a good one.
Absolutely.
That's a
good
one.
Different scenes in the movie.
Right.
Just the scary ending and the fiery devil and hell. Oh my God. Right, honestly, even like we said, as an adult now, it still scares me. And I love that it's an all black movie, actually.
Right. Which is it's so interesting, right? Because like, you know, now we have Lovecraft Country, which is like a new like a modern day horror sci-fi, all black cast. I think definitely Tales from the Hood was like the first one of those kinds, and I'm so proud of what they're doing with Lovecraft Country. Good job, guys.
Awesome.
Keep doing your thing. But yeah, Tales from the Hood. Like I'll never, you know, that's one of those things you never forget. Like that creepy guy in the anime, and he's like, you know, give me the shit, and he's like, the shits. Oh, I give you the shits. You know what I mean? Like he goes into all that crazy stuff.
Yes.
Never forget it. Never forget it. That's a great one. I think for my number 2.
What's your number 2?
My number 2, The Exorcist. The Exorcist. It's also one of those movies that like you can't watch that alone. And you know what I mean? If you watch that alone, like you're brave. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, like the context, the head spinning, the vomiting, all that crazy stuff she was doing in that film. I mean, it was the first of its kind. Like I saw a documentary on it one time, and they were saying that movie was so scary that after the movie premiered, the churches was filled with people praying and repenting from what they've just saw. You know what I mean? So like just because of those type of facts, like I can say that's one of the scariest movies ever because of those reasons.
It vibrated and resonated with everyone else.
Right. But
it instill fear.
Yeah, that much fear that people felt the need to go to church after. You know what I mean?
That's scary.
Yeah. So what do you got for 3?
My next scary movie would be an all-time classic, Candyman.
Yes.
I don't really need to.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
You know, how did Candyman make you feel watching it?
I mean, growing up,
Candyman.
Yeah, I think like I said, you know, I love horror films. That's my thing. So growing up, it was Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Jason,
awesome,
Candyman, and Pinhead, and those type of characters. So like Candyman is one of my favorites. I didn't even have that on my list. So kudos for you.
What about Bloody Mary? You guys remember Bloody Mary?
Now, I saw the film. I know that's like a folktale thing that kids were going. Like I even tried it, going in the mirror and calling her out, and she never came. Okay.
Okay.
She's unreliable. That's what Bloody Mary is. Unreliable.
Or is she possessing people on the low?
No, she unreliable.
Okay,
we can't count on you. But what was that? 3? Okay.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
So where we going now? We going to 4 now? Is it?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Number 4.
Yeah.
My number 4th horror film would be It. Any form of It. The old version with Tim Cook, or the new version with the new guy. It doesn't matter. I love them all. Like I said, those were the movies as a kid I watched. Like I'll never forget It. Like the only reason I knew It when it came out recently is that because I saw it as a kid. And I'm like, wait, that's a movie with the clown? Holy shit.
Wow.
I'm calling my boy like, yo, that movie with the clown, they making a new one.
Wow.
And then I was following it for a few months up to its premiere.
Wow.
And they wowed me. So they did a good job on that too. But it is my number 4.
Awesome. So I'm going to throw a little cliffhanger on there.
Okay.
This is not necessarily a movie, but a genre of movies.
Okay.
And if you guys ever watch African or Nigerian scary voodoo movies, that will have you shook, okay? Yeah. Those movies really creep me out.
Yeah, wow.
And I really, grew up having a respect for, African movies because it also taught you a lesson, but it was, if you believed any of the folktale about, certain, spells and, just voodoo and, the gurus and the village doctors.
Right.
It made you really like buckle and
really
tighten up or
I'm
straighten
gonna have
up.
to look into that. I have to look into it. I hope you guys look into it.
You never watch any African scary movies?
I've never seen horror films from Africans.
I gotta put you on.
Yeah. Please put us all on. If you can put some links in the description,
definitely.
Please, man. I need it. I know you guys may need it too. If you haven't heard of any African horror films, I would love to see them. If we going to, what is this, number 5 now?
Oh, the bonus.
Oh, this is the bonus, right?
Right.
I think my bonus is gonna be Insidious.
Nice.
And when I say Insidious, it's a saga. It's about four movies. Any one of them.
Awesome.
Any one of them. For me, is gonna be Insidious 2 with Parker Crane, the guy in the black dress with the black wedding dress with the veil over his head. That guy is creepy as shit. Seriously. Like, I was actually watching some clips from that movie a few days ago, and the guy that was describing the clips paused on his face, and I'm like, man, fast forward that shit,
right,
man.
Too scary.
Bro,
shoot.
No way. Like, Insidious is horrifying. It's one of those movies, if you watch alone, you're not gonna go to sleep. You might have to go to your boyfriend's house, girlfriend's house, husband, whoever. You're gonna have to sleep with somebody that night because that shit will keep you up.
The jump scares.
Yeah. It's and not even the jump scares alone. It's the creepiness of the makeup. Like, they look so just
prosthetics and the work that it took for them to really create that look.
It's horrifying, but the story is beautiful. I love the story, how they pull it all together in the end, and how you're able to add combine part 1 with part 2 and connect part 3 with part 4. So I love that aspect of that movie, of that series. So Insidious would be my bonus.
Nice.
What do you got for your bonus?
So I have actually, again, like a grouping and a genre. It's really just, the Freddy Kruegers, and we got to give the props to the Jason movies and Scream and What You Do. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh yeah, those were always good too.
Those were always the classic scary movies growing up that still freak me out to this day. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, there's so many of them.
There's so many.
Like you said, like the so funny. Scary movie with like Marlon Wayans and those guys. It's not really supposed to be scary. It's like a comedy, right? Yep. But it's parts in there that creep you out. Like the guy with the messed up hand, like,
take my right hand.
You know what I mean? That dude was creepy as hell. Like, he wasn't scary, but that fucked up hand.
Right.
It was crazy. You know what I mean?
And he put it in, but then he put it in the pie.
He put it
or
in the
turkey.
pie and whipped it and make it good. You know what I mean?
Take my strong hand.
So you know, things like that, like, you know, movies like that, like, even though there were, like I said, spoofs of actual horror films, they still had their little parts that that took you there.
Definitely.
But you know, like I said, that's our 5. What is your 5 top horror films? If it matches with ours, sure, put it in the comments.
Let us know.
If it's different, let us know. You know,
Let
we
us
want to
know
know
if we
what else
missed
is out
any,
there. If we missed
sure.
any, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's not just 5 or 10 horror films. There are hundreds of them.
So many more.
So if you have some that we didn't list, please put it in there. Let us know. You know, we want to watch some more. I mean, Halloween, you know.
This is the Halloween season.
It's season. It's not just a day. It's a whole month damn near. So
we're literally binging on Halloween,
you know what I mean?
films. So.
Exactly. So put it in there. Let us know. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's jump to the video game stuff.
Okay.
I'm a video game guy, as you know. Right, Underworld Lord. That is me. I love Final Fantasy is like my favorite game, but that's not a horror game, is it? No, it's RPG. But I do have a list of horror games for you guys. And I'm going to start with my number 1 being Bloodborne.
Nice. Bloodborne is scary.
It's one of those games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even like I didn't even know about it until like a year ago, right? Mm-hmm. Or 2 years ago, whatever. And then
what's the storyline?
I still don't know.
Just killing.
I'm just killing people, right? I'm just killing creepy looking things, right?
And they're scary. I've seen you play them.
They're horrific.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, I tried playing Bloodborne in headphones. No. Hell no. Never again. I tell you that. No. The sounds are so creepy and
God.
Gross. But,
wow.
So that's my number 1.
Don't listen over headphones.
No. Trust me. If you don't have the stomach for jump scares and things like that, bro, just play it on your TV.
I can imagine it
turn it down
in your subconscious and then revisiting.
I mean,
during,
you go to the bathroom and you hear a similar sound and it's like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Jump scares in your actual house.
Right. So, but yeah, Bloodborne would be my number 1. Number 2 is Silent Hill 2. Funny enough. I think I forgot what system I had it for. Maybe PlayStation 2 or Dreamcast, whatever. I don't remember. But Silent Hill 2 was it's a pretty scary game. It's one of those things too, like you don't want to play alone. The sounds in that game is so creepy.
Or
it
not
creeps
turn
you
it up
out
too
loud.
Too loud.
Yeah, like it will freak you out. So Silent Hill 2.
That's scary.
Resident Evil Code Veronica. And this is a game I actually saw my cousin play. I didn't have it. I believe he had it for GameCube at that time. And I mean, the graphics at that time for GameCube was amazing. Like I haven't seen anything like that before. So we're sitting there watching the game and he's playing and I'm right next to him. We're both watching it.
What happened?
Dog jumps out the window. Oh. Boom. Just like that. Oh my God. You know what I mean? And like we both jumped like, oh shit, my gosh. What the hell was that? Right? and that's how I knew it was real with that game. Mm-hmm. So Resident Evil.
Timing on that scared me.
Like, I couldn't believe it. Like heart jumping as a kid, be like, oh shit. But yeah, Resident Evil Code Veronica. There's a game called Little Nightmares, which sounds
scary.
Yeah, it's literally a game of like you're like 2 little kids running through different levels from like creepy looking old men and fat guys with axes trying to cook you in pots and crazy shit. Like that game is wild.
Are these video games safe for kids to play?
Hey, don't let your kids play that. I'll tell you that much.
Parental censorship.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Little Nightmares is horrific. That shit will have you shooken up if you're playing it alone. Five Nights at Freddy's is another game that's creepy as shit.
Any connection to Freddy Krueger?
Freddy Krueger?
Okay.
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, there are like Funko Pops of Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a lot of toys. Like, it's a really popular game around younger kids.
Okay.
I thought it was like some goofy shit.
Kitty video game. Okay.
Hell no.
Whoa.
I mean, from what I remember, if I'm remembering right, you guys can correct me in the comments. But from what I remember, you're like you're looking over. You're a security guard in a camera room looking over a museum, right? So you're looking at cameras, and there are two doors. So every time you look at the cameras or you look at the door, if you look away from the cameras looking at the door, like a stuffed animal will pop up in the camera.
Oh no!
Right? If you look at the door, you look back at the camera, he comes closer.
Oh hell no!
So every time you look away or you look in a different direction, he comes closer, and soon enough he'll just come running through the door at you. So from what I remember,
and what's the objective?
Well, you're supposed to close the doors before you get closer. So you have to figure out where he is, which door he's coming through, how close he is, and you have to close the door. You have to survive the night, pretty much.
Wow.
So it's nighttime. You have to survive the night until the morning.
Wow. Don't
allow them to get into either doors. That game is crazy.
It
Five
takes
Nights
a lot
at
of
Freddy.
strategy.
That's a crazy ass game.
Wow.
My last one would be Outlast 2. That game is like weird on another level. It's like some voodoo sacrificing crazy shit, man. I played it very shortly. I'm not even going to pretend that I know so much about this game. I played it very shortly.
Was it complex? Was it scary?
Just scary. You're literally you don't have any weapons, no guns, no knives, no nothing. All you have is a camera, a camcorder you're running around with, and the battery dies and it goes black. So you need to continue to put batteries in there, but you're just looking through the camera. You can't fight anyone. You just have to run. There's
and
like
hiding.
You have to run, hide under beds. Did I see this video game
before and hide under
the
beds?
Yeah, I believe you saw it as well.
And then climb into like attics and barns.
Yeah, you have to hide from this.
That was a
cult.
Scary movie, and I think there was bloody bodies and
it was
secret
out of this world.
Notes left behind that you had to read clues.
Right.
That was scary.
You have to have a strong heart and stomach to deal with a game like that. But I'll throw one bonus game in there.
Okay, let's do it.
Resident Evil Biohazard. That's a good one. It's pretty much the premise of that game is you're looking for your wife and you believe that she's been kidnapped, and you go into this house and this family now is like trying to kill you, and it's like they're all dead already and they're possessed by some other entity, and it's like, but it's a crazy game, like to the point like you can see your hands getting chopped off, and it's like dark shit, gruesome. But that's my top 5, guys. That's my top 5 horror games.
Wow.
What are your top 5 games? What are your 5 favorite horror games to play?
Let us know.
Like, subscribe, put the comments in there so we can respond to it. It's Halloween, guys. First and foremost, if you're gonna go out and have some fun, please put on that mask.
Wear your mask if you're a mask. If your costume doesn't already come with the mask.
Right.
This is like the best. I guess this would be one of the main holidays that we could celebrate safely.
Could celebrate safely. We all wear a mask, right?
We all wear a mask.
So rock out. Enjoy your Halloween. We'll be back. Be safe. We'll be back next week. I am Flo Frazier.
And I am Saya Fee.
This is the Frazier House Podcast. Have
Thanks
a good
so
night,
much.
guys.
Good night,
Thank you
everyone.
so much. Peace.